Hello, it's me, Oscar from Marijuana Garden.
News: Roman artisans in the 4th century AD created a mysterious glass cup that changes from green to red, using a technology that, honestly, baffled scientists for centuries. This artifact, known as the Lycurgus Cup, appears a calm jade green in normal light. It's one of the most technically sophisticated glass objects produced before the modern era. But when a light is shone through it from behind, the cup glows a brilliant ruby red. For a long time, no one knew how they did it. It turns out the Roman glassmakers had unknowingly pioneered a form of nanotechnology over 1600 years ago. They did this by mixing microscopic particles of gold and silver into the molten glass. These particles are so small, about 50 nanometers wide, that they react to light in a very specific way, causing the amazing color shift. The cup isn't just a scientific marvel. Its outer surface is an intricate cage of carvings that tell the story of the mythical king Lycurgus being entangled in grapevines. This single artifact is considered one of the most advanced pieces of chemical technology to survive from the ancient world. Today, scientists are still studying the Lycurgus Cup to inspire new technologies, showing that, well, ancient wisdom can still teach us important lessons. The cup remains a stunning testament to the skill of Roman craftsmen, a mystery of the past that helped unlock secrets for the future. Based on my knowledge and reliable sources, the information in the image is largely true, though there are some minor nuances to consider. So, here's a breakdown and a bit more information. The cup actually exists. It's called the Lycurgus Cup and it's currently housed in the British Museum. As for its age, it dates from the 4th century AD, which means it's from the time of the late Roman Empire. Now, about the color change, or dichroism, this is absolutely true, and honestly, it's the cup's most famous feature. It appears as a translucent jade green when light is reflected off its surface, like when the light is coming from the same side as the viewer. But when light is transmitted through it, meaning the light shines from behind the cup towards the viewer, it glows a translucent ruby red. The secret of its color change honestly baffled scientists for centuries. The exact mechanism, well, it wasn't really understood until the 1990s, when researchers examined it with powerful electron microscopes. The effect, it turns out, is actually caused by nanotechnology. Roman glassmakers, believe it or not, infused the glass with incredibly tiny particles of gold and silver, specifically colloidal nanoparticles. These are particles that are suspended in the glass, not dissolved. To give you a bit more context, these discoveries changed our understanding of both ancient craftsmanship and modern science. The Romans, without access to modern tools or theory, managed to manipulate materials at a scale that we now call nanotechnology. Their techniques, honestly, were far ahead of their time and have inspired countless scientific investigations into how ancient artisans achieved such remarkable effects. It's kind of amazing to think about the level of skill and intuition required to produce something so complex, centuries before the science behind it was even known. So, here's the science. These nanoparticles are about 70 nanometers across, which is roughly 1/1000th the width of a human hair. At this incredibly small scale, the particles interact with light in a unique way, thanks to something called surface plasmon resonance. The gold particles mainly scatter green and yellow light, while they transmit red light, and the silver particles also play a role in the overall effect. The exact ratio and size of the gold and silver particles create that dramatic shift between green when light is reflected and red when light passes through. It's a fascinating interplay of ancient art and modern physics. Unknowingly pioneered? This is accurate. The Roman craftsmen achieved this through sophisticated, empirically developed techniques. They likely added very finely ground gold and silver dust, or maybe a compound containing them, to the molten glass, and then carefully reheated and cooled it, what's called striking, under really precise conditions. They had no concept of atoms or nanoparticles, but honestly their process control was extraordinary. The significance of these ancient techniques is, well, remarkable. Not only did the Romans create beautiful and unique artifacts, but they also, without realizing it, laid the groundwork for what we now call nanotechnology. Their legacy continues to inspire modern scientists and artists, showing us that innovation can sometimes come from the most unexpected places. So, the 1600 years nuance is pretty fascinating. While the exact scientific mechanism behind the Lycurgus Cup was, completely unknown until the 20th century, people always knew about the cup itself and its amazing color-changing property. That knowledge was never really lost. The so-called secret actually refers, quite specifically, to understanding how the cup worked at the nanoscale. It's not about the color changing being a mystery, but rather how the effect was achieved on such a tiny, intricate level. And here's some more information about the Lycurgus Cup. It's what's called a cage cup or diatratum. That means it's made using an extremely rare and difficult technique, where the decorative outer cage is actually cut from the same solid block of glass as the inner vessel. It's honestly remarkable craftsmanship. So it depicts the myth of King Lycurgus of Thrace, who, attacked the god Dionysus, also known as Bacchus, and was ensnared and killed by vines, which were personified by Ambrosia or maybe a follower of Dionysus. The significance here is twofold. First, as a technical marvel, it really represents the absolute pinnacle of Roman glassmaking technology and artistry, especially with the diatratum technique and the deliberate use of dichroic glass. And then, there's accidental nanotechnology. It's actually one of the most famous and earliest examples of humans producing and utilizing nanomaterials, even if they had no idea they were doing it. In terms of rarity, only a handful of complete Roman cage cups survive, and the Lycurgus Cup is totally unique in its dichroic effect. As for how it might have been used, given its extreme value and fragility, it was almost certainly a luxury display piece, possibly used ceremonially or as a showpiece in a wealthy Roman's home. Some scholars even suggest it could have been brought out for special occasions, where lighting, like candlelight passing through it, would dramatically reveal that stunning red color. So, when we look at the Lycurgus Cup, it's clear that its uniqueness lies not just in its beauty, but also in the remarkable technology behind it. This artifact is incredibly rare, and its use in ancient Rome was likely reserved for only the most special occasions, highlighting both its value and the advanced skills of the craftsmen who created it. Understanding the nanoparticles in the Lycurgus Cup has actually played a big role in shaping modern nanotechnology. In fact, it's helped scientists develop really sensitive chemical sensors that change color when they detect certain substances, all thanks to insights drawn from this ancient masterpiece. So, to sum it up, the description we've discussed is spot on. The Lycurgus Cup is an authentic 4th century Roman artifact, and its dramatic color changes are caused by colloidal gold and silver nanoparticles embedded in the glass. These were crafted by ancient artisans using methods that were, in a way, an early form of nanotechnology, long before the term even existed. So to wrap things up, let's just take a moment to reflect on what we've learned about this remarkable artifact. Its scientific secret was uncovered only in the late 20th century. It's a stunning testament to Roman technological prowess. And honestly, the Lycurgus Cup continues to inspire curiosity and admiration even today.
Hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching and stay curious.